Just came across this guy going south, and he's a Massachusetts guy, so I'd ask him to introduce himself to us.
My name is Classic Rock. I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. Been living in Fort Myers, Florida for the last 28 years. I started hiking EAT April 11th and had a few injuries and overcome the pain, but I could not keep up with the younger people. Unfortunately, there's mostly younger people out on the trail. So I made a decision about 2.5 weeks ago that I was going to flip-flop. So from the Mass Connecticut border, I flipped. My nephew gave me a ride from the Springfield area to Boston, and then I got a bus up to Maine. And went from there to here, and now I'm just trying to make my way back to the Mass Connecticut border, and that'll be my terminus in Salisbury, Connecticut. Right. And I look forward to having some good coffee and Danishes at St. William's Bakery. That bakery is awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Yeah. I have a Instagram, Classic Rocks DAT.
Okay.
Classic is spelled with a K on the end, not a C. So it's Classic Rocks DAT. So if you want to see some photography that I do and some videos that I upload, feel free to go ahead and join that group. I'd appreciate that.
Awesome. That'll be.
I'm also hiking for I Hike for Mental Health.
All right.
And if you want to make a donation, you can find that at I Hike for Mental Health, and look up for my real name, which is David Barr, B-A-R-R.
Okay.
And a small donation is fine. Even $1 helps, and refer it to 10 of your friends, and it's a wonderful thing. We need to help some of these people out that have mental illnesses.
Absolutely.
I have challenges with that myself. I've lost family members because of this, and every family has to deal with this, whether they're accepting it or not. It's there.
Yeah.
And it needs to be discussed and be out in the open, and we can help people, you can save lives, and you can actually improve people's lives by making a small donation.
Absolutely.
I thank you for that.
Okay, that's great. And I wish you all the best in the rest of your hike there, Classic Rock.
Thanks, Trigger.
It's been great talking to you. This place right here is called the Cave. We're walking underneath it. See the blaze? There's supposed to be a marker on the other side, somewhere around here. There you go. There's a good view through. Actually, I think this is probably the cave right here. There's another. Another look up there. People go through there if they want. We go the trail. Moxie Pond is out there, and Pleasant Pond as well. Not sure which one is which, but there's Jack hunting a signal. There's the view. Unbelievable up here. See some propellers up there on the ridgeline. And we're going up to Moxie Bald, which is up here. I'll take you with me. Some cairns marking the way. This is our climb for today. There's a sign. It says Moxie Bald is that way. All right, we're on top of Moxie Bald Mountain, elevation 2630. Just came from down there, so it wasn't much off the trail, which is good. But man, look at the view. You see everything here. This is like 360. Beautiful. I scared this woman today on the trail inadvertently when she was hiking. And anyway, she came over and she camped with us here at this pretty cool site. And so I'd ask her to introduce herself to us.
All right. Well, my trail name is Fruit Loops. Real name is Candace Key. Everyone calls me Candy. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I started the trail May the 1st. And I'm a flip-flopper. I started in Amicola Falls. Well, what brought me to the trail is just the madness of society. It's just a simpler life out here, and the people are just genuine, and I find that comforting. the trail is full of fun and pitfalls and memories that you just can't buy anywhere. I absolutely recommend pushing through. I promise you it gets better, and it's so worth it at the end. Absolutely.
Awesome. And Fruit Loops, how old are you?
I am 2 weeks shy of 46.
Very cool, very cool. And I think you told us you were a bartender, right?
Yes, I am a bartender. I've been in the service industry all my life, so
good for you.
just a little spaz, energetic, and lots of fun.
Awesome. And we got a kick out of you tonight, obviously. And what's after the trail for you? What do you think?
I don't know. I just very uncertain. I want to go back home and chill for the holidays for a little bit and regroup, but I definitely am not interested in the PCT or the CT, whatever. I enjoy being outside, but I would like to maybe find a job a little bit closer to my heart, dealing with people that share the same, the same views in life. When you feel like you're out of gas, I promise you'll find it in you. You push on.
Very cool. Well, hey, Fruit Loops, it's been a pleasure. We've gotten a kick out of you as we sat around the small fireplace here, and we stealth camped last night after a 13.2 day. And that sets us up for getting into Monson today with a 13-mile day. And it looks like it's going to be relatively gentle, according to the elevation profile and gut hook. But it got cold last night, so we're thinking about going into Monson today and zeroing tomorrow so we can figure out what the plan is. There's slack pack options, there's resupplies in the middle of the 100-mile wilderness options as well. I'm carrying a compass, but I think I may get a map as well, just in case, power runs out, blah, blah, blah. I carry 2 charges, so that should be enough to keep me going for 6 or 7 days.
Good morning, my name's Tim. You have to have a trail name. Headed southbound.
All right, and where you from, Tim?
Blackwood, New Jersey.
Blackwood, New Jersey. Cool. And when did you start?
September 4th.
September 4th.
Yeah, started September 4th. So we're slow going.
Yeah, it's all right. You just started, right? You're doing pretty well. Yeah. And what brought you out to the trail?
I was just dealing with some personal stuff, and could really use the time away to myself. So I'm a combat veteran. And
all right, thanks for your service.
I have the ability to do this, so I'm fortunate for that.
Good for you. And how old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Awesome. Well, this will be a great adventure for you.
Yep,
so
sure.
what's after the trail?
I don't know, because wait and see.
You got plenty of time to figure that out, right?
Get the answers on the trail.
Yeah. The trail will talk to you many times. Somebody left a copy of the triumphant 20th anniversary bathroom reader by the Bathroom Readers Institute. This is Uncle John's book, and this thing is a hoot. So if you don't have one at home, I'd highly recommend it. This is our second river crossing today. Looks like we got some good rocks over there. I watched one of these guys go across, so we'll see what happens. Are we ready, Jack?
I'm getting ready.
Okay. Here's Jack going across the Piscataqui River, I do believe. Is that proper? You gotta make the grand finale here. Right. What do you think? Piece of cake. And I just bumped into this guy, and he coached me in getting across the river crossing, so I really appreciate it.
Wasn't much of a river.
I've heard of him before, so I'd ask him to introduce himself to us.
Chuck Norris on the trail. Alan is my name in the real world. So,
Where you from, Alan? Or Chuck
from
Norris?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
Started April 23rd, trying to finish on September 26th to be my big 5-0 birthday.
Awesome.
5-0 up on the sandwich board.
Yeah. What brought you out here to trail?
Just wanted to challenge myself, make sure I could still do something this physically, emotionally, and psychologically demanding and get through it. And so far, it looks like I'll make it.
Excellent,
Things don't go
man.
bad.
And what's after the trail?
I'm going to relax at home through the winter, and then I'm going to try to hit Europe next year for 5 or 6 months,
Very
and then
good.
Australia after that.
Yeah.
So I'm taking 2 years off from my life to play.
Any more long distance hiking in the
I'll do
future?
some sections of the PCT and CDT. I'm doing the El Camino when I'm in Europe.
Yeah, great,
I'm gonna
great,
do El
great.
Camino, but that's an easy trail. So
Yeah.
but I got some friends on the CDT and PCT. I'm going to go visit and do some sections.
Awesome. All right, thank you very much for joining. Thanks for all your help in getting across the water. There's Jack over there. We're taking our last break. We have 2 miles left to get down to Monson. We're gonna get going, but we've been laughing throughout the day, talking about our friend Fruit Loops. And between the short, interview with her at night and the discussions that we had in the woods, hanging the bear bag. But she was a real character, and we just had a fun time last night. And we were up much later than we would have been had we not met her. And I kind of surprised her. I think I might have said this early on, but we were setting our tents up, and it was starting to, get pretty close to dusk and all. And I heard this noise coming down the trail, and it sounded like 2 or 3 people. And they're all chit-chatting, and I had to get a rock to help pound my stakes in the tent because of where we had set up in a stealth site. And so I'm grabbing this rock, and I said, "Hey, hello," to Fruit Loops, and scared the bejesus out of her. And and then I found out it was only one person. And she told us, she was laughing, and she told us she was just talking to herself. I think she was doing a lot of quotes out of the movie Scarface. So we invited her into the camp because we asked her where she was going, and she said, "I'm going to find a place to camp." And we said, "Come on in our site," thinking that she was a tenter like us, but she was a hammocker, so she could have really set up anywhere. But she joined us, and boy, we did nothing but laugh until about maybe 9:30 or 9:45 last night, which was way past hike of midnight. We'll connect with her. I think we'll connect through the YouTube channel and see how she does. But she'll be finishing up. I think she had 400 or 600 miles left. Yeah. So she'll do all right. But boy, her laugh, man, when she laughed, I laughed. I think we both laughed.
Yeah,